Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for watching. I'd first like to say, um, doing producing and editing on my own. I'm still trying to get the works in. Uh, I there will be times where I mess up getting video with the audio of our podcast parts. Uh, so in that case, while trying to save the content, in this video, I figured I'd do a let's play. So in this video, you'll be seeing me play Star Wars: The Fallen Order uh, with the overlay audio of the podcast. I'm sorry if you see me mess up in the game. I'm not very good with video games when I'm by myself. But please enjoy the video. Leave a like. Please comment. I need some critique, I should say. But don't forget to subscribe and enjoy the video.
Meatball.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dragon Punch podcast. I am your host, Santino. Here are your co-hosts, Jesse and Sean.
What's up?
Boy.
Yeah, make sure you guys wave at the camera. Say hello.
I said hello. I said hello.
Be
Don't
proper.
worry. Don't worry.
Be proper.
Don't worry. Tino.
Okay, gentlemen, how are you guys today?
Doing pretty
Terrible.
Come closer to your mic.
Good. Doing pretty good.
Pretty good? How about you?
Terrible.
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 Why?
That sucks.
Always terrible.
Well, you better
It sounds like a you problem.
We live in 2022, my dude. So
buck up.
you better shut the fuck up. How about that? It's
So today, what I have for you guys is the topic I want to talk about is Star Wars.
Dog, I've been listening to podcasts for the
I was
past
like,
like
this
2
is-
weeks
this is gonna
for
be-
like hours and hours. and
yeah. This is
hours.
gonna be more of a Sean topic. I'm familiar with the movies, obviously.
Well, then you can be the judge. So
Bet.
The-
I'll be the judge.
So
Hell yeah.
okay, so this is when I knew that you would come into play because there's going to be a lot of fucking arguing,
Oh yeah.
going on.
No, there's definitely a lot of arguing. That's for sure.
especially with us. But so what would you like to bring up inside of Star Wars? Either of you,
So the topic is just Star Wars.
just Star Wars. We'll eventually lead into some kind of argument.
Do
I'm
you
sure.
think? Do you think the Empire did anything wrong?
It depends on what side you're looking at.
One of the most like canon arguments is like the Empire did nothing wrong.
So, I can agree and disagree at the same time because,
well, which side do you feel more particularly drawn towards?
well, obviously, technically, the rebels are the heroes, or whatever.
Skip like story sides or whatever. Like,
Let me get to
what-
my point.
Okay, all right.
Technically, story-wise, the rebels are the heroes, but the rebels have also done some really fucked up shit.
Well, yeah, war.
Like,
I mean,
I
fucked
mean,
up shit happens in war.
Because
So.
one thing about the rebels is like it's not like one continuous thing like the Empire is. There's
Right.
like some good
Oh,
guys.
fun fact. Sorry.
There's some fucked up rebels that just give no fucks about casualties. Will just fucking like flatline an entire city for no fucking problem. So the rebels aren't any good in this situation either.
Oh no,
Side fact. Star Wars has one of the highest on-screen death counts of any movie ever.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they eliminated a whole planet.
Yeah, it was 13 million.
jeez.
Right.
Hitler ain't got nothing on me.
Yeah, right.
So
Um,
that was a fun fact for the day. So if you want anything to tell your kids or, friends at work, yeah, Star Wars has the highest on-screen death
just
count
gets
of
a-
any movie ever.
It just gets a really gray area of like, did
Speaking
the Empire
of-
do nothing?
Unless you look up some
If the
weird
Empire
ass-
did nothing
unless
wrong.
you look up some weird fucking, I don't know, side weird murder
Which
anime
right.
thing that
also, side fun fact: do you know who Darth Sidious or Emperor Palpatine was based off of?
Ronald Reagan.
Yeah,
For real?
Yeah.
The
Oh,
only reason I know
really?
is because he told me the other day.
Oh.
yeah, he's solely based off of Ronald Reagan, and a lot of their shit has to do with like the Vietnam War.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
The Ewoks and stuff. I know we're getting off topic. I just
But hustle your evidence. Hustle your evidence, girl.
Hustle my evidence.
Hustle your evidence, girl.
I was gonna say Mussolini, but
Well, because the whole Ewok thing, how they fought with guerrilla warfare, Ewoks fought with like traps and fucking
Mhm.
bought pits and spikes and everything
Right,
like that.
right,
It's a huge reference to the fucking Vietnam War,
yeah,
which
just existential.
George Lucas was drafted but got out of it.
Oh, really?
Some medical thing.
Right, but I'm asking you to hustle your evidence and why Emperor Palpatine is Ronald Reagan.
Why am I blanking so hard on it? I'm blanking really hard on that one actually right now.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
Because I do know, because it was referenced a lot in a lot of what I was watching, but I can't fucking.
Well, I mean,
remember off the top of
Palpatine also didn't trust the. I can't remember if he was Republican or Democratic, but he didn't trust the opposite side that he was on. He tried to get the entire.
Well, does Star Wars have like a typical Democratic
Oh,
Republic?
Yeah,
There's-
no,
yeah,
yeah,
no, yeah.
That's why they called it the fucking Republic.
Yeah, the old
I mean,
Republic.
you're right. You're right.
It,
You're right.
Star
that
Wars
makes
is
sense.
political as hell.
Well,
Oh no,
yeah,
I agree. I agree
If-
wholeheartedly.
If you really
but-
think about it, Star Wars is extremely political, and also like reveals a lot of secretly reveals a lot of like impurities that our government has.
well, any government. Has.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, no, but
well,
like,
like another fun fact, a lot of the armor for the Empire is based off of like Japanese armor in like World War 1 and 2.
yeah,
Ow.
yeah. So, my thing is like, with your beginning question, was
Did the Empire do anything?
yeah,
wrong?
if they were right or wrong, I would go with the or. The Empire originally started before Palpatine.
Yeah.
But Palpatine was able to put the Siths
If-
inside of the
Palpatine was whole
whatever
Sith
Democrat or
through
whatever
and
party
through.
he was in. Yeah.
The Empire wasn't Sith really.
Right. Yeah. They already wanted to have their government across the whole entire galaxy. It was only based on one planet. I forgot what the planet was, but they only had politics on one planet, which eventually moved to Naboo, which I think is yeah, there it goes. You're an idiot. But Princess Amidala,
Mhm.
that was Naboo, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah. So it
Trade
moved,
negotiations.
yeah, it moved to her planet, and then it moved to what planet invaded Naboo?
The Trade Federation.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, those guys, and so on and so forth. It was originally with one planet, and then they wanted
Which,
their.
funny thing, technically that's connected to the Hutts.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. The Hutts.
No, actually, that makes sense. Yeah, no,
Because the-
fucking Jabba the Hutt had his fucking fingers in
Well,
literally
it's not even just
everything.
Jabba.
No, I know, but like the Hutt family. I was saying Jabba the Hutt in particular had
So-
his fingers in like fucking everything.
It's not even the Hutt family. The Hutts is a race.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, Hut means Godfather. They're a whole different race.
I forget.
If you're a Hut, you're like the leader of whatever.
But there's a whatever Jabba's race is. I can't think of the name off the top of my head. They essentially run the
The
galaxy.
cool thing is we have the internet.
They essentially run the galaxy. And what's the funny thing is like there's a thing called Hut space. It's where they have total control, and the Empire and the rebels don't fuck with it because the Hutts are just so powerful in the
Oh.
economy of everything.
I guess you're right. I always, from my understanding, especially with how the Book of Boba Fett went, if you guys haven't seen it, I would recommend watching it. I've only watched one episode, but when Boba Fett became Boba Fett the Hutt.
Well, to be fair though, the Hutts are really terrible with names because I forget the.
Yeah, be careful slamming your beer on the table
bad.
because this whole thing. I have coasters for this fucking channel and I didn't bring them in here. Okay, so I guess Hutts are a race, but from my understanding, Hutt meant you were like the Godfather. Like Don Pacino or whatever. The Don meant you were the head of the family, which is what I thought the Hutt was. But I guess that's an entire misunderstanding on my side. But they're also a clan. They're not exactly a race.
There's the thing I'm trying to.
God damn it! I need to put. Oh man, do you think they sell mouse pads this big?
Oh, they sell mouse pads in any size you want.
Really?
Yeah.
Right on. I don't care if you vape in the mic, man. It's gonna happen
Well,
eventually.
because there's like,
we could already hear stuff falling on the table. It's all right.
'cause I can't find it right now, but there's a certain name that the Hutts have, and it's like a title for like the fathers, like the powerful Hutts, and also the things.
Which is what I thought was Hut.
It's different. It's a different name. It's
Oh, for
some
real?
weird alien name.
Let's
But it's also the name of the Trade Federation, and it's a name for like other things too. So you could say that it can mean like 4 different things. That's why I'm saying the Hutts are terrible at fucking naming things.
What 4 different things could it mean, or whatever?
Well, it's
Oh,
like the
shit.
trade, it's a title, it's a family, and I'm pretty sure it's also just used as a term.
listen to this. For centuries, the Hutts dominated much of the organized criminal activities in the galaxy. They dominated the Twi'leks of Ryloth and the Nikto species of several centuries. So they are the Godfathers alone.
Yeah.
Little
So
side-
they
little-
run the underground so hard that like the Empire and the Republic cannot touch them because they run this economy so hard, like underhandedly, that they could they could ruin everything.
Right. But yeah, so like these guys are the Godfathers of the underworld, which kind of makes sense because there's more than one Hutt. Jabba the Hutt's just the
The one that we
infamous.
know.
He's the most infamous.
He's the most infamous Hutt currently.
Yeah, not
No.
currently. If you're keeping up right now with like the shows and shit, not currently.
Well, I know he's like one of the most memorable in the EU, which is extended universe.
So-
which goes on to like all the old books and comics that are sadly no longer
I was
fucking
like,
canon.
Which are totally not canon anymore.
I don't care about that.
So
it's
you-
canon to me.
You guys care about spoilers at all?
For what?
Like,
About Boba Fett or Star Wars in general? I mean, I don't know how
No.
caught up you guys are.
I mean, like I'm so excited about the Star Wars lore. It's like at the point where I don't care about.
I'm ready for the Obi-Wan series.
You know what? I want to see a series on Mace Windu.
It'll never happen.
I think that's bullshit.
I feel
that
like
won't happen.
Mace Windu's story is not that interesting.
It is though.
Well, okay, so Mace Windu is actually compared to Yoda, he's like the second highest ranked Jedi in the order, and his backstory is actually really incredibly detailed.
Oh yeah.
But
There's also the fact that Mace Windu is the only known user of his style, because he made his own.
Yeah, he
there's
created it, yeah.
Well,
what
there's
style is that?
well, but I mean, you're gonna make me look it up again. 'cause
no, I got
can't
it.
remember
I got
names.
it. I'll look it up.
But
You guys talk. I'll look it up.
Anyways, there's the 7 lightsaber styles, right?
Mhm,
And the 7th one is mainly Sith because it taps into dark energy.
mhm.
Mace Windu has his own form of style of the 7th, which, you know, Emperor Palpatine does that all wild shit when he like the little drill shit that he does.
Mhm.
That's the 7th form, just wild aggressive attacks. Mace Windu has his own form of it, so technically he is tapping into the dark side as a Jedi, but he's fighting it, which is a lot of people's theory is why his saber is purple.
If you're going by that fact, he's not the first one.
He's created his own. No, there's other people that have used the 7th style, but he's the only one that's made
Well,
his
hold
own
on,
style.
because there's also Revan.
Well, yeah,
Because Revan is actually, and I'll get into this like later, but he's an entire class on his fucking own, dude.
there's nobody that can touch Revan.
Yeah.
Actually,
Hold on, this is
Actually-
where I want to go with later because this is
Because
going to be a big ass
I
fucking.
haven't
argument.
dived too deep into this, but apparently Luke Skywalker in like the extended universe is pretty fucking on toe to toe with Revan and combat wise.
So Mace Windu created the 7th.
No, he didn't create the 7th.
If we're going based off of what you did because he
didn't
or
create the
he-
7th. He created a branch of the 7th.
Yeah, he
form.
adapted the 7th form.
Because there's the 7th form's name, and his is like a slight alteration of that name.
So with this conversation, are we sticking with canon or are we going with like most known fucking Star Wars facts?
So what do you mean by canon?
I feel like EU is still
Well, there's
canon in a lot
But-
of fans'
'cause
eyes. It's just Disney.
there's
discredited
also
it or
Star
whatever.
Killer.
Oh, like the. Oh, I know what you're like. Yeah,
Star
yeah,
Force
yeah.
Unleashed, which I would think would be cool to get some like actual like shows on him too.
Well, yeah,
It's like,
but
he's
not canon.
Well, I know he's not canon in either of them because he's only a video game character. But the way they portray him in the video game, I would like to see some sort of off branch on him because they provide so much like awesome like lore on him
So yeah,
in the
I mean,
games, and then
dude.
I would love to see that more in depth.
he did.
They made a
what,
great character for no reason.
so he has the power of Revan, Anakin, and oh man, I forget. Oh, I'm sorry. The Chewie Jedi.
Oh, I know what you're
Chewbacca
talking
Jedi.
about because
Or not
he wields
Chewbacca.
the bronze saber. He's the only known
His-
Wookiee Jedi, and he wields a bronze saber.
Yeah, and his saber's made out of wood.
That's
It's
awesome.
so cool.
That's fucking
It's
awesome.
actually a female. I apologize. It's actually a female.
But no, fun fact about the whole Starkiller thing in Force Unleashed 1, you can get they call it like I think the bounty hunter armor, but it's Revan's.
No.
The red armor.
Oh, the red armor.
Yeah,
Oh.
I
gonna
thought it
say,
was called the bounty hunter armor. But it's totally Revan's armor if you see him like in a lot of the Knights of the Old Republic stuff.
Yeah. So when you take the evil route, I believe in the first game, he becomes a cyborg just like Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And becomes even more powerful than he originally was, which in my opinion is just so OP. I mean, like the most OP people
Are the
in-
dark side.
well, not just the dark side, because Qui-Gon was really overpowered. He was killed by Darth Maul, but he was really overpowered.
Which that's one person that. Sorry, I know you're talking.
No,
That's
you're
one
cool.
person that I thought that was like really underplayed in the movies is Darth Maul.
Oh yeah, dude.
Because in the book,
Also, Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah, him
yeah,
too.
yeah, to be fair, Qui-Gon Jinn as well. I'm just saying because like Darth Maul in like the books and everything is such a powerful fucking dude.
Because Qui-Gon Jinn trained like what, 3 or 4 out of the fucking masters in the fucking
Yeah,
circle.
I mean,
or whatever?
so they never let Qui-Gon into the Order because he's such a rebel. He entirely agrees with how the Order runs stuff, but there's also stuff he disagrees with and will go entirely against it. Just like Anakin, you
Yeah.
know, when he found Anakin, I forgot the measurement. Is it joules? The measurement of power found inside of younglings.
Oh no, it's a microorganism because
found in their blood.
no, it's a little it's how the Force works. It's these
Yeah,
little
mitochondria.
no.
Not mitochondria.
Mito-
Jesus.
That's the powerhouse of the cell,
Mitochondria
dog.
is the powerhouse of the cell. It's,
no.
It starts
It's
with
like
an M.
mitochondria or some shit like
It
that.
starts with an M. I did
But no.
swear.
I know it does start with an M, but it's it's a little microorganism that is technically what allows them to access the Force, and that's how they measured the Force power of everybody. Is they figured out how to measure that in their blood in a science way. Because at first, like all like the Jedi stuff was like super religious and everything like that, but then they started getting to the science of it, and they started figuring out that they can measure somebody's force.
Mm-hmm.
What's the word I'm looking for? The Force's latent power in somebody.
Oh,
That's not the word I'm looking for, but
midichlorians.
midichlorians.
There it is. Yep.
But I'm pretty sure it's Anakin that holds the record of having the most midichlorians.
Yeah. So
I
he.
mean, Anakin was like stupid powerful.
Well,
So
So-
have you even heard of the books of him and like Darth
yes,
Vader?
I've heard.
Have you heard of
the
his
shit
mom?
I've heard the shit that he does. Like,
Have you heard of his
straight up
mother?
The shit that he does.
Like if they made us, I haven't heard of his mother, but I just know that like if they ever made like a lore backstory movie, like how they're doing Boba Fett or episodes on Darth Vader, and they did it accurately, or just like Anakin in general, it would need to be R-rated.
Yeah. No, he's
'Cause there's-
powerful.
There's parts in the book where he literally goes at like there's like a line of clones in front of him, and he literally just crumples them with the Force. Like he
Right.
just like they're like a fucking soda can and that you just crush like that, and that's what he does to
Yeah.
them because his
Yep.
Force power is so fucking strong. They try to stomp on him with an AT-AT, the big motherfuckers, and he didn't even look behind him. He went like this with with one hand and stopped the entire AT-AT with one hand in the Force.
So like Anakin, aside from Yoda's race, he is actually more powerful than Yoda's race because Yoda's race is
Well, 'cause-
depending on what
well, there's races that
line-
have more whatever the
Midichlorian.
midichlorians naturally in them. Like there's more that are force sensitive. That's the word I was thinking for, force sensitive. Than just naturally race wise,
Yeah.
which kind of ties me back to the Hutts.
So when it comes to that, Anakin was higher than Yoda's race, which is still questionable to this day because George Lucas won't reveal it. Or
Well,
he
we
says
do
there
know
is
that,
no race, but they're created through the Force.
but we do know for a fact in recorded history that it is Anakin.
Yeah, he has the most at this time. That
Yeah.
as far as we know, it depends on how far.
That's why I say recorded.
Yeah, it depends on how far. Not Lucasfilm.
Well, because
I
they
don't
may
think
be stronger, like the original Sith, the race. They may have been stronger, but there was no way they could actually measure it.
nothing could tap what Revan did when it came to the
Well,
When
or
it
like
came to the
was it
Sith.
Darth Nihilus or whatever?
Darth Nihilus.
Yeah, the one that like fucking could absorb planets.
Yeah, he wore the mask. I believe that's Darth Nihilus.
That's Darth Bane.
Is it Darth Bane?
Wait, no, like the whole mask or the half mask. Darth Bane wore a half mask.
No, yeah, Darth Bane wore the half mask. He was
Like he wore the Bane mask.
he was
Or,
able-
like the Bane mask.
he was able to absorb like life around him. No, but Darth Nihilus wore the. You couldn't see his face. It
Yeah.
was like a weird, like gladiator mask. Almost.
Yeah.
For the
and
like
literally
Russell
could just
Crowe movie.
it was literally just absorb an entire planet.
Yeah, there are some like really overpowered Sith users, but the Siths are their own demise. Because I think who was it that taught Palpatine
Oh,
or Sidious?
Darth Plagueis and
Plagueis?
the two.
Have you heard the tale of Dark Plagueis?
Have you, Darth?
Darth Sidious and Darth Plagueis created
What?
the Rule of Two.
Yeah, the Rule of Two. That's what I was. No, it was Darth Plagueis that created the Rule of Two himself, and like Sidious was under him.
Yeah, but you weren't a Sith Lord until you killed your master.
But
which is
doesn't
the same
technically
thing.
doesn't technically Darth Vader killing Sidious in
So Sidious
episode
created
3?
no, not episode 3. I think it's 6.
6? Was it
Yeah.
6?
I
Well,
think
because
it's
there's the
6.
original trilogy, and then there's
Doesn't that
this-
tell you break the rule too? Because he comes
So
back
Sidious
in the future.
Sidious broke a lot of rules when it came to the Sith Order.
Well, I mean, Sith, fucking, he didn't give a shit about rules,
He-
obviously.
So he
So-
had 2 apprentices.
Yeah,
One
obviously.
one was a Jedi that turned Sith, which is totally okay, but he automatically gave him the power of being a Darth Lord or a Sith Lord.
Mhm.
Gave him the name at least, while still being his apprentice, which broke a lot of fucking rules. But I mean, then again, there's nobody that's alive that could challenge him because he is the Sith Lord at this moment.
Yeah. That they used to have multiple Sith Lords, but they caused so much conflict that the Sith fucking caused their own downfall. That's why Darth Plagueis was like, Darth Plagueis was like, yo, like, we're literally destroying ourselves before the Jedi can even get to us because we're all fighting over like we're Sith Lords, blah blah blah.
No.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's like
I
this
mean,
is
like-
the 2-man rule, and basically it was just like, here we go.
Because there were the acolytes, which if you go to the Knights of the Old Republic, they're the acolytes, which eventually become Sith users, and then
Like
there's
the
Sith Lords.
MMORPG.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's where a huge part of the lore comes from is the fucking Knights of the Old Republic. And I started playing it again for a while, and there's so much. I would recommend playing it. It's super old, but it's so much cool. It's so cool. And
Yeah,
it has so
right,
much
yeah,
like
like
lore.
Yeah.
And it's still free too. I mean, you can until you get like to level
Oh, dude,
65
I can't
or
wait for
something,
the,
you
like the
have to pay for it.
remaster.
That's a whole different game.
Well, there's the Knights of the Old Republic online, and there's the Knights of the Old Republic RPG.
Yeah, like the campaign. I'm ready for that. I'm so ready for that.
Oh,
and
dude.
Revan's a secret character or the release secret character. Oh my god, I'm so ready for that, dude.
Which Revan's just on like a different spectrum. It's just like
Well, yeah,
there's
so
nothing you can really compare him to.
That's
Yeah,
that's
I knew Revan was like super overpowered.
that's the argument I wanted to bring up.
Overpowered is like an understatement.
yeah.
Because Darth Revan against Starkiller is one of the most like continued arguments to this day.
I think
that I have.
Revan would wipe the floor with him.
Hold on. I mean, we still got a while, but like,
Okay, so what's the strongest force thing that Starkiller has done?
he's disintegrated entire armies. He's able to use most of the force powers that the biggest Sith users have. I'm a huge fan of both Revan and Starkiller, but they're both kind of the same thing. Darth Revan was able to recreate himself through the Force. He was able to take his
One of the-
spirit or his mind and transfer it into another being.
I'm talking about just sheer
sheer
Force
power.
push power.
They both have the same.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
What's the biggest thing that fucking Starkiller has pushed and pulled?
multiple Star Destroyers. The same thing as Revan.
Revan's moved planets
Small planets.
light years away.
We'll get into this. We'll get into this. We still need to conversate for another 30 fucking minutes before we start yelling at each other.
Revan literally killed celestial gods.
Yeah. So, what I was trying to bring up to you earlier, there's a graphic novel where I think Luke Skywalker and someone else fight Luke Skywalker's grandmother, which isn't a being or a person. She's an entire planet.
I think I remember hearing about this.
So, you remember Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
Yeah.
Star.
So
Star-
Anakin's
Starkiller?
mom.
Huh?
So
Yeah,
Anakin's
mom. I forgot who goes with Luke, but
I like how I said Starkiller, but it's Star Lord.
yeah. So like, Star Lord's father is a sentient being.
Yeah.
I forget his name. I can't remember his name. Let me look it up. But she's the same way. She basically died from her human self and became like a sentient being and created an entire planet to embody herself. And she eats other planets.
I remember hearing about. I don't remember like her name, but I've heard about it. It wasn't from the podcast or anything. It was like
I
sometime.
assume this is not a canon.
It's an EU thing.
Yeah, it's not canon at all. Because
Well,
as far as we know, through the movies and some graphic novels, Anakin's a created being. He was force created. He
Right.
was force created.
Right. So he's
So
like
funny
he's
thing
like
is, like-
Space Jesus.
Kind of.
The funny
yeah.
thing is, before the whole Disney thing, a lot of the EU things were canon, and a lot of them weren't written by George Lucas.
Oh my God!
But I have another
I
thing.
just thought of a very good thing. Okay, so you remember in the end of God damn it, what's the movie where they fucking get the plans for the Death Star?
New Hope.
Yeah.
No, it's not. No. It's the newer one.
It's the newer one.
The
What?
newer one.
Force Awakens.
No,
it's a spin-off movie. It's a
It's
new
not.
one.
It's a prequel.
Are you talking about Rogue One?
Yeah.
Rogue One.
That's a
Rogue
prequel.
One. You remember in the end of Rogue One? The end of Rogue One, where the kid is watching this fucking blaster fucking blast off, and the broom is sweeping by itself while the kid watches the ship.
No, I don't remember that.
Look it up. Straight up. I swear to God, that's how I watched it in movie theaters. I remember that happening, and they have not explained it.
So one
so this
thing.
random ass kid had force powers.
So one thing I would like to explain. I brought it up a while back
And
ago.
I'm led to, but this is also prior to Luke getting the fucking plans for the Death Star or whatever.
Yeah.
So this is pretty early on in the history or whatever. So I mean, I don't think it's gonna be Luke, but I'm curious at who that person is.
Well,
It's not.
it's not Luke.
It's not
but,
Luke. Because
I didn't think it was Luke.
so
I didn't think it was
at
Luke.
that time there was still a battle with the Republic and the Empire going on.
Mhm.
how old is Obi-Wan?
Obi-Wan,
Obi-Wan at this point is
he would have been an apprentice for Qui-Gon. So there. Okay, you remember the female?
No, when they got the Death Star plans, he
Hold on.
was.
I'm gonna step over. I've been trying to hold it, but I really gotta pee.
Okay, I
when,
gotta
when,
go after you.
When Obi-Wan got the plans, at the point this movie comes out, he was
You guys just missed it, but I just seen Sean Harvey crawl under the camera.
he was pretty up there. I mean, Luke was
Qui-Gon? You talk about Qui-Gon?
Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon was
Or
dead.
you talk about Obi-Wan
I'm talking about Obi-Wan.
in Rogue One?
Yeah, Rogue One.
No,
Yeah,
because
Obi-Wan would have been quite a bit older at that point.
no,
He would have been alive.
No.
but older.
no.
Yes.
Obi-Wan would still be an apprentice for Qui-Gon.
No.
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
No.
Yeah.
No.
because Luke is not even. Or no. Oh yeah, no, you're right. Okay, hold on. I got my shit mixed up. Rewind.
Because it's
Yeah,
the
you're
daughter.
right,
It's
you're
the
right.
daughter of the
You're
engineer
right,
who
you're right.
built the Death Star.
You're right. Yeah, you're
that
right.
had
You're right.
the
Qui-Gon's dead.
plans.
Qui-Gon's
Yeah.
dead.
Qui-Gon's dead. Obi-Wan is pretty old at this point.
Yeah.
Luke is still alive.
Yeah.
Or I shouldn't say still
You're right.
alive, but alive and
Yeah.
getting up to the point where he's in the rebel forces.
Yeah.
And then they sent the mission to get the fucking plans for the Death Star. I remember this because I was sitting in the movie theater and I was like, that's how they fucking got it.
Yeah.
That's how they fucking got the
Yeah.
goddamn Death Star plans.
Yeah. Yeah. You're
Because
right.
I've been worrying, I've been wondering about that fucking shit since, I don't know, 9.
You're right. I'm wrong. Yeah, you got it. I was confusing myself because I was.
That's why
thinking,
Rogue
'cause-
One is one of my favorite movies.
and
of
they
all
did
time.
so. Especially, I think that was Disney.
It was Disney.
Yeah,
It
they
was.
did like
That was-
so great compared to the other monstrosities.
That's literally
that they
one of
released.
that's one of the first movies they released under the Star Wars name.
Yeah,
was Rogue One.
Yeah. You're right.
Because they released the 7th movie, The Force Awakens.
7, 8, 9. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they released Rogue One, and then they released the next one. And Rogue One was
Which-
the only one that I went and saw in theaters.
Whoever the producer for Rogue One was should just produce the rest of the fucking movies because they did so well. on
Rogue
that
One was
movie.
so fucking awesome, and I not to mention because I'm a Donnie Yen fan, but I love Donnie Yen.
I love Donnie Yen too.
Donnie Yen's fucking awesome,
Man,
but
he's the one that made me want to get into Wing Chun. with
oh,
Ip
Master
Man.
Ip.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's another conversation for the day. But no, when they got the plans, I forgot what my original point was.
How excited you were when you found out how the plans were found.
No, I knew that, but I was saying when they got the plans or whatever, I was saying something else based on your guys' conversations. And I don't remember what the crossover was.
You drunk bastard.
I know, I'm sorry. But yeah, I don't remember. God damn it.
What I was going to bring up with Sean was before you corrected me, there was a time, you remember the female Jedi Wookiee that I was talking about with the wooden
No.
lightsaber?
I don't.
She's
I remember you telling me about it, but I don't
So-
remember any details about her or whatever.
before Obi-Wan was never in charge of the kids.
Mhm.
They were just sent off.
He dead ass is like Darth Vader. Dead ass. Dead ass.
I was expecting to see a lightsaber. For you guys that didn't hear, Sean started Darth Vader breathing as he walked into the kitchen. But the female Wookiee Jedi, she was in charge of the children, both Luke and Leia.
Hmm.
And how she died, who was she fighting? I can't remember who she was fighting, but there was a Star Destroyer coming to destroy the planet, and she was holding the Star Destroyer back, going past her force limits and holding the Star Destroyer back while sending the kids off, and fighting whole armies all at once. Which that's the reason why she died, if I remember right, because she was trying to use the Force and fight.
That's
while
why.
sending
That's
the
why I'm
kids
so
away.
offended at like the fucking use of force in the movies or whatever. It's so much stronger than that.
Well, I mean, like, so
when you take the fucking fight with Obi-Wan, not Obi-Wan, Yoda and fucking Count Dooku on that one planet or whatever.
that was episode 2.
Yeah, forever ago.
Yeah.
And you see Yoda straining to fucking hold up like a little block. Like it's a block. Like
Okay.
I mean, obviously,
Yoda, even at that
hold
age-
on, shut the fuck up. If you're obviously, if you're a human,
Yeah.
this big ass block is gonna be hard as fuck to hold up. Like, I get it, but Yoda, that should have been like, bye, get out of here,
That's
see you
what-
later,
that's
But
bye.
I was gonna say,
at
like-
Can you
point-
shut the fuck up, Sean, for a second?
No.
Jesus Christ, before you fucking, can you let me finish
no.
before you interject? Jesus. But no, like they literally show him straining, like he's like closing his eyes and
I got a counter argument for that.
trying to fucking sit there. And I was like, I know for a fact that Yoda can lift that
Well,
super easy.
emotionally, he was strained. He's when it comes to people he's close to, emotionally, he was strained because Count Dooku was his apprentice.
I get that, but he was trying to save someone. Because the block was trying
yeah.
to, the block was gonna fall on
Obi-Wan and Anakin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But
so
still,
I feel like that emotional the reaction would have kicked in more than him fighting his own student or whatever.
So
I feel like he would have been like, "Oh, hey, two of my closest people right now are literally about to die." Bada.
3.
so
Three,
actually,
yeah, 3, yeah. Sorry, flick out of the way, done, no problem.
I have-
Not to mention the whole fight with fucking Emperor Palpatine. Yoda's getting his ass kicked.
Who?
Yoda. He's literally on the platform or whatever, the platforms that they fucking sit there and do council rulings on or whatever.
Right.
And he fucking Palpatine throws one at him super easy. Like it's a breeze.
So-
It's a breeze. Let me finish. It's a breeze. He's just like, yeah, and throws it at him, and Yoda's like, yeah, I gotta use both hands. Ah, ah, and then throws it away. I'm like, no, Yoda could have thrown that shit away.
I think we need a movie
Super
marathon.
easily.
No,
Super easily.
I have an actual some things I could say about that. Like not in
Okay,
a bad way.
what are the facts? What are the facts?
So-
let me know the facts.
So you're saying how like where like Yoda was training on like holding it up before people were like to save people, right? And you saying that he should have reacted on like his emotion should have heightened and like he should have been able to use it.
Yes, I know that the dark side is
The emotional,
reacted
yeah.
off on Rio
That- I was gonna
emotional
say it's like-
reactions or whatever.
That's where the whole Jedi cult bullshit comes in
Right,
of being
right.
emotionless.
Right.
And the dark side taps into the emotional power. That's where they get their power is the emotion, is the
Right.
dark side. So
But I
that's
feel
one
like
of the things I was saying like he was like struggling so hard is because he was trying not to tap into his emotions.
okay, then how do you explain the fight between him and Palpatine? Because it was just him and Palpatine.
That one also I feel like not necessarily in the show, but just the way you explained it underestimate a little bit of how strong Emperor Palpatine is.
But Yoda's also strong as fuck too.
Yeah, I know. But I also think Yoda was concerned about like destroying things. Like, so Emperor Palpatine wasn't worried about any casualties. Yoda was worried about casualties.
Although if you watch the movie, there's literally no one in the council room.
But he's still worried about destroying things, is what I'm saying. It's like not casualties of human wise, but like destroying the building and stuff like that. He's like doing like the superhero thing where like he's fighting at a underhanded because he doesn't want that skyscraper to blow up.
See, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all because I've definitely seen certain comics where I can't name them for sure, so don't quote me on this. And if you want to challenge me on
It's
that,
probably part of the EU.
I was like, if you want to challenge me on that, I'm more than welcome to it. But I've definitely seen points where Jedi are certain that people have gotten out or whatever, and they definitely destroy property or whatever.
Oh yeah, no. So that's what's so fucking, in my opinion, dumb about the Jedi Order
Yeah.
is because they've let like not just that, but specifically they've let a lot of people die.
Yeah. No, I absolutely agree.
Jedi's have like the
Oh.
Jedi Order has let a lot of people fucking die by not intervening because they are trying to be like neutral and emotionless and stuff.
The Jedi Order are meant to be monks.
Yeah, but they also started becoming they also tried to become peacekeepers. They tried to make the monks the peacekeepers, and then they didn't keep the peace.
Which is why the Mandalorian War started.
And also why the Grey Jedi and the Sentinels started happening.
The Grey Jedi are the Revan Acolytes.
Pretty much, yeah.
They are the Revan Acolytes.
Are they really? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't think they all followed Revan.
They follow Revan because Revan has no side. He created a whole different side of the Force, which eventually died out as the
Because
Empire War started.
and that kind of ties back to our original topic. Did the Empire do anything wrong? It's like, yeah, the Empire did wrong, but the Jedi also did nothing to stop it.
The Empire did wrong in what context?
There was plenty of times where they committed like mass genocide.
But
and
if you're on the
slavery.
Empire side, you could say that the Jedi did a lot wrong.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is like it's a huge gray area,
Exactly.
and I'm saying like a lot of people that side on the Jedi also let a lot of people die just for no fucking reason other
Right.
than their own like religious
Right.
beliefs.
Which is when the Mandalorians come in, because the Mandalorians completely disagreed with how the Jedi's ran.
And
their
I say
business.
religious because Jedi Order is totally a fucking religion. It's
So-
Buddhism.
If you think about
It's
it,
totally Buddhism.
the Mandalorians and the Jedi are technically the same thing. They're just two different sides of the tree. Because the Mandalorians, they're not a race. They're not a race at all.
Really? I
No.
swear at one point they were a race.
No, they take in younglings.
I'm gonna fact check that real quick because I swear there was a Mandalorian race.
Well, I'm there. Okay, so there are like original, just like you said with the Siths, there are originated Siths
Yeah,
because they were originally a race.
because there was the original Mandalorian race,
But,
which were mostly
mean,
bounty hunter
so,
mercenaries.
the Mandalorian, the show, that's canon, right? It's canon.
well,
Isn't it?
now, yeah.
So, Jin Darin, he's not a Mandalorian.
I'm just saying there was an original
Yeah, no,
Mandalorian
yeah,
race,
no,
just like there was
there's
an
an original
original
Mandalorian
Sith
race.
race too.
But when
But
it
to be
came
fair,
to
what's kind of funny is the Mandalorian race were like a lot of bounty hunters, just kind of like how they are now, bounty hunter mercenary type things. Just how like the Sith are kind of now. Actually, I wouldn't say that because like the Sith are like the same as like the Sith are now, but they're not. I wouldn't say they're nearly as twisted. They tapped into the dark side a lot, but they didn't do nearly as fucked up shit.
Weren't the Mandalorian who ones that originally got the dark blade?
Yeah,
they created the
they
dark
created
saber.
the dark
Yeah, that's
blade.
what I
That was
was
their
saying.
own version
Yeah.
of the saber.
Yeah.
Which funny thing is, I can't remember what caused it, but it actually attracts other lightsabers.
Yeah.
So
It
basically,
doesn't attract the lightsabers.
Yes,
it
it
attracts
does.
the kyber crystals.
it essentially means it attracts the lightsaber.
The kyber crystals.
So basically, when you go to strike against the dark saber, you are drawn to the blade. You can't. It's almost impossible to strike the
That's-
person that wields the
if-
dark blade.
If you're going
Dark
by
saber.
that fact, then it would be the same thing for Sith sabers. So Sith kyber crystals were never red. There was never such thing as a red kyber crystal.
Well, it's because they were cracked.
They're bleeding.
Yeah,
So yeah, there's some kind of scar or manifesto on the crystal that's
because
causing.
wasn't
it to
like the
become
Sith
red.
saber only caused by fallen them killing Jedi's pretty much.
No,
I don't remember. I fucking forget.
I
But I do
can't
know
remember
that the
either. But
dark saber is an entirely different thing on its own.
yeah, dark sabers are the kyber crystal used in the dark saber is like the king kyber crystal. I mean, I think.
But there's also something different that they used that I can't fucking remember on the top of my head right now that caused it to attract other kyber crystals, which made it damn near impossible for them to hit because they would swing and he would hold the blade up and it would just go right into the blade.
See, I don't know how much of that is true because if that's true,
It's
then
extended universe stuff.
oh, okay, I was going to say because if that's true, then all lightsabers would be attracted to the Sith sabers too because those sabers are being tortured. The crystals are being tortured.
It has something different than the regular Sith
Right.
sabers, and I'm gonna have to.
Go ahead.
Can you pause for a second?
Why?
I gotta pee.
I just peed and you guys were talking without me.
I think it's like me and pause for me to get up.
Mostly so I can get up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I have to get up and get past Sean.
Okay.
Jesus.
Fucking drunk bastard.
No, it's fucking. It's a tight ass space right here, okay? Fuck off. Oh, God.
Intermission. We're gonna have to start arguing here soon. If only there was a versus.
Oh. So, it's because it was a plasma blade.
Gotta wait. Bring it up when he comes back. If
Okay.
there was a Star Wars versus game, I would have had a Star Wars versus game for this.
Oh,
Sure.
dude, I would absolutely love a Star Wars versus game.
It would be awesome. Like
Just like a straight up like 2D fighter, like
Right.
fucking Street Fighter and shit
right,
like that.
Yeah.
I mean, because they had that one. It was forever ago. It was on the original Xbox. It wasn't Battlefront. I know
No,
that.
it's not
But no,
Battlefront.
like you could literally like select your Jedi and like you'd be in a big arena. I played it with my dad a lot. I know it.
I can't think of what it's called right now.
Which, speaking of Star Wars Xbox games, did you ever play Star Wars Republic Commando?
Yes, that is actually a remake I would drastically recommend.
Dude, that game was hard. I don't know if it was just me being a
Have you
dumb
replayed it?
kid. I'm not like I have no way to replay it unless
do you
it's on
mean?
Steam.
It's on. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. Because
Probably.
there's a
I mean, me and Jesse played the OG Battlefront 2 not that long ago.
there's a
And by the way, the graphics are not what I remember.
oh yeah, I know.
Like I remember
that's
it
my
looking
thing.
so good,
Is
and
I,
then I went and played it with him, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is bad!" Like it's still a great game, but damn, I like in my mind I was like, "This game looks so good" and everything like that. And then I revisited it. I'm like, "It's not as good as I remember."
That was my thing with Fable. I went back and played Fable, and I was like, "Oh man, I can't wait to play this game." And then the Lionheart Studios opened up, and I was like, "Oh shit, man! I can't believe this game looks terrible right now." when I started this game, it looked fantastic.
I still love it.
Yeah, no man,
This still holds
Oh
a
my God.
big place in my heart.
Yeah,
But it's just like after seeing like how games are now, like maybe that altered my mind a little bit of how I thought it looked back then.
right.
But yeah, no, like I saw it again. I was just like, I swear this was like 4K HD shit when I remember it. The way I remember it somehow.
My thing was like, so the other day I seen a post on Reddit. It said the four horsemen of RPG games. It was Elden Ring, Dark Souls, Breath of the Wild, and I forgot the other one. But then I looked at it, I was like,
So
Fable's not on there. Oh, Skyrim. Skyrim was on there,
Miyazaki games is what you're saying.
pretty much. Oh, we got on the topic for like Republic Commando,
Oh, okay.
and then we started talking about like,
So there's one thing I was wanting to bring up.
are you out already?
I'm an alcoholic, Tina. Leave me alone.
Jesus.
There was one thing I was wanting
Don't
to bring
Jesus
up
me.
earlier, but I forgot. We kind of got on another topic. It was about the huts again.
And we're back.
It was about the huts again, and so real like cool fact, and also an interesting fact. God damn it! What's the name of the forest organisms again? Midichlorians.
Yeah.
Huts have 0 midichlorians.
Yeah.
They have absolutely no force in the hut space ever.
There's a certain measurement that you get
So-
to be qualified as
But
force
there's
sensitive.
absolutely nothing in their bloodstream of the force.
Right. They're giant balls of fat.
They're also they were also originally a warrior race. Like the Huts were badass warriors. There's also a theory of like, could the force be used on them? Because they have no midichlorians in their body at all.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, they could, and to try and convince
So-
them, like using the mind
The
power
mind
to
tricks
convince
don't
them.
work.
No, it won't work. But like to use the force to pick them up,
Well-
yeah, it'll work.
So they use the force to like throw inanimate objects on them is the thing, because like that'll work because the force is in everything. But specifically the Huts, there is no force in them at all. So these are not the droids you're looking for.
Yeah.
Will never work on the Huts. That's
Yeah.
part of the reason why they're so dangerous to the Empire and the Republic, and part of the reason why they don't fuck with them. And Hut space is pretty much a neutral party.
Mhm.
So when they actually went to go to political shit, they went to Hut space.
Did you hear that? He went. So while we're on this topic, Jesse, I want you to form an argument.
Okay. About what?
Star Wars.
Which one? I started this whole argument, technically.
All of Star Wars.
All of Star Wars.
Yes. All of Star
Uh,
Wars. Okay, so do we want to stick with canon or just all of Star Wars?
Well, canon only leaves Disney, and I know.
Canon doesn't only leave Disney.
Yeah, it does.
It's all of George Lucas.
No.
Yeah.
Technically, the current canon,
There's your argument.
technically the current canon, they pretty much eliminated all of George Lucas's stuff.
No. That's not possible at all. I mean, the one thing I would consider canon out of Disney would be Rogue One. Fucking
Disney's only essentially writing a whole new Star Wars.
No.
And like none of the books, and technically none of the old movies. are no longer canon.
And you're rolling with this. You enjoy this. Do you get off on that?
No, I like the old canon.
So you're still telling me that it's fucking canon. It's not canon, Sean.
What's not canon?
Disney. The only thing I would consider canon for Disney's side would be Rogue One. Everything else could fuck off. There's
Yeah,
no way
no,
Palpatine survived a galaxy-long fall when he was thrown out of the fucking ship by Darth Vader?
No, I agree with you on there.
He wasn't thrown out of a ship.
I was-
He was thrown out of a reactor tower. But
I was just saying.
He was
On-
thrown out of the ship.
no, he was thrown down a reactor tower.
He was thrown down the tube of a reactor tower, which was out of a ship.
I firmly will
Where's your sauce that he was thrown out of a ship?
It's the same way. It's the same way Anakin, or not Anakin. It's the same way Luke lost his hand with Darth Vader.
Oh, because he fell down basically the cavity of the Death Star.
No, that wasn't a Death Star.
Right, but they weren't on a Death Star.
No, they were in. So when Palpatine fell, it was in the Cloud City, right?
Yeah.
No, that was Luke.
Was it? No, if Palpatine fell in Cloud City because we fought Mace Windu, right?
What? No.
You fought Mace Windu.
Wait, because
Cloud City was when Luke lost his hand.
where am I? Fucking
Not
blanking?
Mace Windu. Mace Windu has been dead by forever by that point.
That I forgot what planet they're on when that
No.
happens, but no.
I fucking forget.
Palpatine was inside.
It was Cloud
of-
City. It was
Cloud City.
That was the name of the planet. I think
No.
it was Cloud City.
No,
No, it
when
wasn't the name of the
Palpatine
planet. That's
fell
where
out?
they were at.
No, when Palpatine
No, when
fell
Mace
out.
Windu fell out, I got that mixed up. That's my
Yeah,
fault.
Oh,
that wasn't
gotcha,
Cloud
gotcha,
City
gotcha,
though.
gotcha,
Cloud
gotcha.
City is Luke. Luke was thrown out of. He was thrown out of the ship from Cloud City.
Okay, I got my facts mixed up.
The only
My
parts
bad.
I remember is
My bad.
Lando Calrissian is like, "Hey, I'll bring you in," and then betrays him.
That's Cloud
essentially.
City. That's
Yeah.
Cloud City.
That's Cloud City. And then Darth Vader comes in and he's like, "Hey, bitches, I got you." Bang, bang. And fucking Han Solo's like, "Oh, I'll take the bullet." And then fucking got frozen. Fucking. God, I can't remember the fucking
That is
name.
also a terrible movie.
I can't name the fucking. The ice. Or whatever. The
Ice?
the fucking thing he got frozen in.
It's carbon something. It was carbon something.
Carbon ice? Carbon
Carbonate?
freeze? Carbonite? Carbonite?
Maybe.
Frozenite? Freezingite. Carbonite.
It's carbon something.
Somethingite.
Carbonite. Yeah.
Yeah, carbonite. Yeah.
Carbon freezing. Carbonite. Yeah.
Yeah, and he got frozen. Luke got pissed.
Luke didn't get pissed.
Luke got pissed.
Luke knew nothing about it.
Luke was there.
Luke didn't find out until he got his robotic hand attached.
Luke was there.
He didn't watch it.
Luke was there on Cloud City when it
No,
happened.
yeah, he was there, but he didn't watch it.
That's where he lost his hand at.
Yeah, but he didn't know
He
about
didn't
it.
know.
Pause. Hey guys, Tino again. I just want to say we're pretty fucking drunk at this point, so most of the facts we are mentioning are completely incorrect. So back to the show.
Know about
Until he got his hand attached.
he didn't know about the whole thing with Han Solo
Yeah,
because he was too busy fighting Darth Vader.
he was too busy fighting his father.
Father.
No, actually, that makes sense. I remember that part. Never mind. You right.
Because that was happening at the same time.
You right.
So hot take.
I get it. It's fun. It's fine.
Darth
It's
Vader-
fine. Goddamn.
I think we need a movie session.
I was like,
To
hot
get
take,
our
Darth
It's
fucking-
been
Vader
so long since I've seen the fucking
Yeah.
is
movies.
aside from Revan the strongest Force user and lightsaber user ever.
Dude,
Aside from Revan.
Don't tell Jaden that.
dude,
Aside
what
from
is
Revan.
what side is Jaden on for that? There's two
we-
people I can think of in the entire Star Wars universe, and that's Revan and Starkiller.
Jaden's got some fucking arguments, dude.
Really,
It's fucking.
I think he'd
it's
agree with me on
good.
that.
get
If
his
you-
ass here.
If you want to do Star Wars
We could,
debates,
if he's not drunk, we could get him here.
actually, I could call him right now.
Well, the
I
podcast
could
is
call him right
almost
now. Hold on.
over.
Let's see
But no.
let's see if he'll answer real quick. Hold on.
Well,
Let's see if
this
he'll
podcast
answer
is already almost over.
No, we're gonna get Jaden on this bitch right now.
Oh, you want to call him?
Oh, I have him
I'm
on the-
calling his ass
We-
right
Okay,
now.
I'm giving us another 20 minutes
Bet.
to record.
Bet. So that's if Jaden answers.
There's two crazy Force users I can think of, and that's Revan and Starkiller. And both of those are neither canon, technically.
Well, it's hard with Revan because he's canon,
All right,
but he's
hold
not
on, Sean.
canon at
Hold
the
on,
same
Sean.
time.
Hold on.
If he'll answer. We'll
If
see
he'll
if he
answer,
answers.
Yeah, we'll see if he answers.
He's a shy guy.
Well, it doesn't work tonight, so.
Oh. I haven't seen him forever. You guys should bring him over next time.
He's not a very social guy.
So
I mean,
what?
I
He
feel-
knows us. He knows me.
I feel like you'd.
Hey. So we're having a conversation about Star Wars right now.
Yeah, welcome to the Dragon Punch Studios podcast.
Shut up, Tino, for a second. So these guys are saying that Revan is the strongest in the universe.
Hold on.
No, hold
There's
on.
two people.
There's
two
shut the
people.
fuck up. Let me explain the situation to fucking Jaden real quick.
Listen, Linda.
Strongest based on what?
Strongest based on what?
If it's sheer power with the Force, then technically they're correct.
Yeah.
With Revan and
Well,
Starkiller.
Up until the clone from Unleashed.
Yeah.
Starkiller.
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 Yeah.
Up until Starkiller, Revan was literally the dude could literally pull planets in if he wanted.
So can
He could
Starkiller.
pull down. Like everyone thought Luke Skywalker was impressive with the whole fucking X-wing thing. Like technically, Revan could do more than Nihilus could, and Nihilus isn't even canon.
So
we're
we're
talking EU.
yeah,
right now.
we're talking like the whole universe, not just canon or EU, just everything in general. My thing, the
Well,
two.
if you're including everything else, then for sure, Revan was hands down probably the strongest Force user ever when it comes to like just raw power. I know technically Darth Vader is up there with him, but definitely goes the clone, then Revan,
Bring him
then
closer.
Vader.
So the two people I said that come off the top of my head are Revan and Starkiller,
Yes.
the two most powerful Force
Starkiller
users.
was fucking insane.
Yeah. So like, and
And
what we're about to argue about is like who would be the strongest between the two.
Well, because I was saying also that Darth Vader is currently the strongest canon, because technically Starkiller and Revan are not really
Technically,
canon.
Revan's canon now.
Oh yeah, that is true. Because they
Well,
make it.
Revan
There's the
Knights
like the
and
Revan
the
Corp
new
or
movies.
whatever.
The Old Republic.
Yeah, the Knights, the
Knights of Revan.
Knights of Revan or something.
The
Yeah.
Acolytes.
No, there's like in like the new one of the new shows is the Knights of Revan.
Really? Oh shit. Oh
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well,
that makes
even
sense.
even in the new movies, if you go and look at the guards with the red armor, those are the New Order's Knights of Revan. They're the Revan Stormtrooper. It's like a specific group of First Order
I thought they were hive minds.
where they. I don't know all the details, but I know that when they had the latest live action movie, that's something that came into the details with like there was something that they read during, or maybe it was included with a debrief or something of like the actual troopers, but there's literally like a whole like I don't know what they called it because they're not stormtroopers anymore, but
The Red Guard.
It's
the
like
ones
Red
with
Guard
solid
Knights or
red
something
armor
like
and
that.
stuff.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a whole like
the Red
phalanx
Guard.
or something called.
I'm pretty sure it's the Red Guard
named
Knights.
After Revan. There's like 3 of them. There's 3 different ones. There's one named after Revan, one named after I think Nagasato, and then another one named after somebody else. I don't remember exactly,
Right.
but I know that they clarified it as part of the canon in the Marvel comics that they released after.
Hey
But-
Jaden.
So,
It's Tino. Would you join us in the podcast sometime?
Please.
yeah.
Cool.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
All right.
But what I was saying though is not necessarily about Revan or Starkiller. I was saying that Darth Vader is, if not one of the strongest Force and lightsaber users that we know.
Well, we'll get into the facts about that. But Jaden, thank
For
you
sure.
thank you for joining us. Please join us in the podcast in the future.
Thanks, Jaden.
Thank you, Jaden.
Hey man, love you. Bye.
Like, bye.
That's the
So-
first. That's the first time I ever heard him say "I love you."
So, listen, Linda, where were you on that? Because he brought up the two people I
dude,
immediately
he
brought up.
literally the last time. So me and Sean were literally up, and me, Sean, and Jaden were literally up. It started like what 7 o'clock? 7 o'clock, right?
Oh, me and Jane get into these debates all the time.
No, no, no. I'm talking about the one time we were fucking sitting in my living room. For
No,
like,
I'm just saying.
till like fucking 9 a.m. We were dead. We were dead ass. Like after we left work, until 9 a.m. Literally talking about Star Wars, straight up.
I was just giving some context of like me and Jaden have done this countless times where we've like even when I was like back at my mom's house, we would sit on Discord and just debate about shit like this all the time.
Right,
Right, but when we did that conversation, he said that Revan was not the
Excuse
most
me.
powerful fucking Force user in the universe.
Because there's some extended universe shit where technically Luke could beat him.
Well,
It wasn't Luke either. It was another Sith. It was another Sith
his mom.
that he was talking about.
His mom.
There isn't shit, I can't remember at the top of my head.
But I don't remember what he was talking about at that time. But I
Dude, this
don't,
lore
I
goes-
don't I don't think it was extended universe.
It is.
It would have
It
to
has
be.
to be.
It would have to be.
So
'Cause-
nothing in the canon is near as strong as in the extended universe.
Right. So hold on. Let me fact check it before you go. Let me fact check it while you guys debate.
It
Okay.
might have been Darth Nihilus,
Who
that's the only-
against who? Against who again?
like Revan, that could only come close to his strength Sith wise.
It wasn't Darth Nihilus, Revan's master. Let's look it up. Let me ask good old Google here.
Oh, why don't you guys continue debating and I'll look it up.
So-
Because you guys are the one
You're
currently carrying this right now.
Who ran the Forge?
the Forge.
Yeah. It was this ancient technology that could like just literally just shit out armies of droids that were so fucking powerful. Revan took over it at one point, but I'm pretty sure Darth Nihilus had it at one point.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I was wrong. Revan declared himself as a new Dark Lord of the Sith because he opened the 7 holocrons
Yeah,
of the
the
Sith.
7 holocrons, which allowed him to get into the Darksaber.
Yeah. Well, so Revan's sabers. One of them he could.
Well, didn't he wield the lightsaber or lightsaber, true lightsaber, and the Darksaber at the same time at one point?
No,
I swear
I don't
he
think
did.
Revan ever had the.
I swear he wielded both the strongest lightsabers ever known.
One of his lightsabers is one of the strongest sabers.
But I was sure that was what made him mad at one point before they cloned him, is he wielded the white saber and the dark saber, and both the energies just caused him to go fucking mad.
So, no. So he had the purple saber, which is the saber I have with the three claw teeth on it,
Yeah.
and then the other one is the Darth saber that he has.
I swore he wielded the white saber at one point.
No. Just based off of what I know about Revan alone, just no. I don't think he's ever held the white saber.
I don't remember exactly, but it's either Revan or Dark Nihilus. Darth Nihilus.
Darth Nihilus.
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 Nike.
Adidas.
Bitch.
Ho. Fuck you. I grew up with Nihilus.
Nihilus sounds
I
right.
heard-
I mean, Nihilus sounds right. So.
I always heard it as Nihilus.
My parents are always the ones who are like, oh, the fucking movies are canon. Don't read the books or whatever because they're...
The
Dude,
books
man.
are so good, though.
So like the
I
graphic novels-
agree, Sean. I didn't ask for your input right at that second. God damn it. I was trying to fucking tell a story.
God
Fuck!
damn. We got a fucking game grump here. Just
My parents were always like, oh, hey, yeah, just watch the movies. The movies are canon because they're made by George Lucas, blah, blah, blah. And none of the books make any sense or whatever. None of the books actually add up to whatever is happening. It is like they're just fucking fanfics or whatever.
Did you know? Did you know that there is a stormtrooper that Sidious will not talk to? or like?
I knew of a stormtrooper that Darth Vader kind of respected.
So there's a leader.
Is that the same one?
No,
Okay.
There's two different ones. There's two like extremely powerful troopers. One of them is named Sixes, and he's like so much of a badass. Sidious is just like, oh, I'm sorry, because Sidious.
I have a question.
What?
Is one?
Why are you
of the
raising
two-
your hand like it's a fucking classroom?
I don't know.
Because he
Right.
doesn't want to get yelled at again.
Shut the fuck up, pussy.
Bitch.
Fluff your beard, bitch. But no, what I just really wanted to ask is just out of sheer curiosity of my own was one of the two of those clone troopers the one they originated the clones off of?
No, that's a Mandalorian.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, Jango.
Was it really made after
Yeah, it was
Django?
Jango
Yeah.
Fett.
Jango, yeah.
Shit.
Jango
Damn.
Fett's the originated clone,
Okay.
and
Because
his,
that was just a gray area that I didn't do much research into
Yeah,
that I was
so
curious about.
his only deal with the race that creates the clones, his only deal was to have his own personal clone, which is Boba Fett.
I thought that was the son.
Which you see in the
It's a clone.
Which you see in the 5th movie, right? Because Obi-Wan comes to see him, and he's like, "Hey, here's
Episode
my son."
2. Talk about episode 2.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Episode-
well,
that was a
technically
pre-
fifth movie.
That was a
Yeah,
prequel. That was
yeah,
a prequel.
It's a
You're
prequel,
right.
so yeah,
it's
you're
a prequel.
Yeah, I was just
Because
in
he's
case-
like
in
he
case
goes.
they didn't know. you
Right.
know.
He goes to fucking visit it or whatever. He's like, "Hey, here's my son," and that's
Yeah.
Boba Fett. And
So
yeah.
like in that point, Obi-Wan was supposed to be Count Dooku, I believe, because a certain Force user or Jedi or whatever was supposed to visit and see the clones, which is
don't
how.
spoil it, man. Goddamn.
Well, fucking movies have been out for 20 plus years now. But so there's Sixes, which Sixes is like highly respected by
I
Darth
remember
Vader.
him.
And Palpatine. So when Palpatine sent out the Order of 66,
Mhm.
right? Order
Yeah,
of 66.
Order 66.
Order 66, yeah.
Shit,
Uh,
time to die, kids.
Yeah. So fucking Palpatine sent out the order, and he was
You ever
like,
played Dark Souls before?
commence the Order of 66. And Six is just like, you don't tell me what to fucking do. And Palpatine's like, I'm sorry. I won't contact you again.
Damn.
Not to mention all the Jedi who survived Order 66.
How much of a badass do you have to be just wielding a blaster to make Emperor Palpatine fucking afraid of you?
So from what I understand, Sixes is technically not a clone. He's just a stormtrooper.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, he has no. As far as I know, he doesn't have any latent force ability.
No.
So he's just a dude with a blaster.
Yeah, he's just like, okay, I'm sorry.
How much of a Rambo badass do you have to be to just be a dude with a gun?
Don't do
and
it.
Have the
Well,
Sith Lord fucking afraid of you.
Don't do it.
Do it. Don't do it. I'm sorry.
Don't do it. I'm
so
sorry. Well, there was like one stormtrooper who, like, I remember reading a fucking manga about it. Not a manga. Goddamn.
Graphic novel.
I'm such a weeb. Goddamn. Comic about it that he literally sat there and basically followed around Darth Vader, and
I'm looking him up.
Saw all of his actions or whatever. And
I know
like,
who you're talking about, but I don't remember the name.
and he literally followed Darth Vader so much in a combat, he basically
It's-
got like deafened to it or whatever, and was like, "Hey, am I doing the right thing here?"
So that's
I
one
can't
topic
remember
that I absolutely like. I don't know why it kind of has context to what you're saying, but it's a topic that like I personally hate, and it got into a huge debate of is fucking Kyle. A lot of people were saying Kylo Ren is stronger than Darth Vader.
Fuck
Oh
no,
my
he's not.
God.
I
Fuck no,
hate
he's
that
not.
so much.
Fuck no, he's
Dude,
not.
No.
Fucking Kylo Ren's a pussy compared to
So-
there's a reason that he worships Darth Vader because he can never become as strong as him.
So, okay, when it started, Force Awakens, which was the
They're
first.
like, oh, he stopped a plasma beam or whatever.
Yeah.
He stopped the bolt. I'm like, Darth Vader could do that in his fucking
So-
sleep.
When I seen Kylo Ren, I was immediately thinking, this is fucking Revan. This is going to be Revan. This has to be Revan.
They're never gonna put Mervin in a movie.
No, that's way too much information for a movie. For a show, yeah, maybe.
It would
but
make
for,
no sense in the timeline for it to be Revan.
Well, hold on. There's
There's no timeline that Revan can't be in.
Revan.
I mean, yes, I agree, but
Revan can spiritually transfer
Because
his
like
mind
Revan
into
essentially is
anybody.
timeless.
I agree, but you literally saying that and putting Revan in your fucking movie defeats anything else that you can literally come out
It
with.
would be a huge plot, in my
Well,
opinion. That would
my
be a
thing is,
huge
like-
plot to add.
My thing is like if they put Revan in a movie and they put Revan accurately, there'd be nothing to go off afterwards.
No.
Because
Exactly.
But
he's-
like
He would literally just destroy everything.
yeah, well, like yeah. The first movie was promising. Then they released the other two. It's just like god awful. Yeah, go ahead and crawl. Go ahead.
You get it on tape.
Grovel, bitch.
But
You
So-
damn right.
so they originally started with him being underneath Luke's. He was one of Luke's trainees, basically,
Mhm.
one of his apprentices that he was teaching outside of the order
Right,
that's
you're,
already
you're
fallen.
right. You're talking about the whole tree burning situation, or whatever,
That's
where Luke-
that's after
where Luke is like, "Oh, hey, he attacked me in his sleep or whatever."
Luke had a vision of him becoming a terrible force
Yeah,
user,
yeah, yeah.
and it was just like, yeah, I have to kill him.
Yeah,
That's when I thought. I was like, wait, he's being trained by the Jedi's, and then becomes a Sith user. This has to be Revan. Like, it has to be Revan. Even though Revan's history goes back generations.
Mhm.
But at that time, I was like, this has to be Revan. His mind has to be transferred by now. It has to be Revan. Even though it's Solo's kid, it has to be Revan. But
if it
no,
is,
Yeah.
he's a fucking pussy.
he's terrible.
So,
I mean, so like when it comes to movies, we're spoiled. We are so spoiled.
I mean, spoiled isn't how.
Well, just the effects that they have, not only CGI, but just like the effects.
Yes,
in
I
general.
agree. Honestly, the best part of those series of movies was when, God, what's his face? No, I can't think of it. Not Revan, but
Kylo,
Kylo Ren was attacking the base,
right?
and fucking Luke Skywalker projected his image out to the fucking thing or whatever.
Which is bullshit.
I agree wholeheartedly. I think Luke should have just fucking taken him head on,
And then he dies.
and then he dies because he exerted too much
It's
energy.
fuck-
Because he was too old or whatever. But yeah, no, like I think that was probably one of the best scenes we've had
Right,
out of this whole series
right.
that we've had. Like,
Compared to Rogue One. Yeah.
that we've had fucking we've had fucking Rey just sit there with a experienced lightsaber user, an experienced one. Just, oh hey, I'm gonna fight you one on one equally now
Yeah.
because
That whole thing was about.
this is
woman power.
bullshit. Literally, Obi-Wan literally got cut down. I mean, granted, that was kind of on purpose.
You talk about Luke
But-
or Obi-Wan?
Obi-Wan. I'm talking about the one Obi-Wan in like episode 3 or
Oh.
episode like 5 or 6 or whatever. Got cut down by on purpose,
Yeah.
but it led to a greater thing. Just like, hey, if you strike
dude.
me down, I will become more powerful than you have ever known in my ever. Like straight up, like do it,
Yeah.
do it, pussy.
Yeah.
Like we get it. But this game's this fucking series is just like, hey, you're an experienced lightsaber user. I just started using lightsaber.
So
I'm going to challenge you, and I'm going to stay toe to toe with you.
Yeah.
And I hate it because, hold on, because
I waited.
I feel like, just think about it. Like I feel like what happened is some descendant or whatever of Yoda, Obi-Wan, or whoever. You basically made this your own fucking manga or whatever. You've literally made this your own story. You can make this so fucking crazy.
Right.
Do whatever the fuck you want with it.
Yeah.
Don't be fucking stingy with it.
right.
Like, oh hey, I lost to fucking Kylo Ren because he has a chaotic blade and he has a chaotic style or whatever.
Which I never understood. I never understood that saber.
Well, it's
Oh,
telling,
I
it's
do-
telling
I
a broken.
know it.
It's probably a broken kyber crystal or whatever, isn't it? Because it's the broken kyber
It's
crystal.
a broken kyber crystal, and it's not a cross blade. Those are vents to let the basically let the saber fucking
Yeah.
like cool down because it's
It's
too
a-
hot because it's broken.
It's supposed to be a representation of his character because his character is
god
broken.
awful.
His character is broken because he doesn't know whether to follow Darth Vader or doesn't know whether to follow Han Solo,
Right.
his father. So, well, spoilers, by the way.
Who hasn't seen the movie by now?
Hey,
Yeah.
you never know.
Those
You
are
never
events.
know.
Those are there for not for like tactical purposes. Those are there for the saber to be stable. You notice how his
Right.
blade is like all jiggly and shit to
Yeah,
where everybody else
but
is clean.
you could have literally had Rey pick up the lightsaber, pick up Luke's lightsaber that he gave her or whatever. Even after he died at fucking I can't remember what planet it is, but I'm pretty sure it's Tatooine. No, it's not Tatooine.
I think Tatooine
The snow
was
planet.
blown up.
Hoth?
The snow planet.
Hoth,
He
yeah.
didn't die on
Hoth.
Hoth.
It was
Who?
Hoth. It was a snow planet.
Who died on Hoth?
Who did it on Hoth?
Luke.
No.
What planet was it then?
I was like, Luke was in one of the fighters that wasn't he in the. Wait,
no,
no.
I'm talking about like the new generation,
think-
the new Disney movies.
I don't
that
think-
planet that he fought on. I think it was
No,
a snow
'cause-
planet.
Luke's is the one that at the end of Force Awakens.
No. Luke died.
Yeah, we know he
Wait,
died.
Luke died because he projected his image to fight.
Wait, who was it at the end of the Force Awakens then? Like when Ray got to the it showed Mark Hamill.
Oh, it was his spirit. It was his spirit, like his force spirit.
Yeah,
Was it?
That's all I can think of. Just
I'm
like
pretty
the end
sure.
of
I'm pretty sure that planet is Hoth. I'm not 100% certain, so don't quote me on that.
Well, there is also a snow planet where a lot of the kyber crystals originated from, but it's not Hoth. I don't remember the name of it, but I don't think it's that.
Well, anyways, it's a snow planet, but
So I
they
don't know
could
why
have
I said
taken
it.
that. Had his fucking character die or whatever.
right.
Give the fucking lightsaber to Rey. Have Rey trained by I don't know who at this point, because honestly, all the Jedi are basically dead.
So that's a hot take. Technically, Darth Vader is the Jedi Master.
Darth Vader's dead.
The last Jedi Master.
He's the last Jedi Master.
Well,
Yeah.
he the main reason why he died is because his body couldn't handle the force of transferring from the dark side
Right.
to the Jedi side.
But hear me out. Rey could develop her own style.
Which she kind of does.
What she does technically, but it's fucking horrible, and I don't like it.
I was
So,
hoping
Rey could develop her own style of the Force or whatever, and be trained by Force spirits,
yeah.
because you can obviously see that Force spirits appear whenever they fucking
Yeah,
want to. But she could be forced in her own way or develop her own style, and then we could, have a trend. Like I don't want to be fucking cliche. We could have a training montage of Kylo Ren, obviously furious because he's the dark side or whatever, feeding into his anger emotion.
Right.
Which it's not just anger.
Developing his own style into anger, jealousy, yada yada yada, or whatever.
He tried to hit hard like Darth Vader, but he couldn't.
Right.
Which is why he's a
he could
fanboy.
never be Darth Vader himself
Yeah.
because he could never tap that deep into the
That was
emotions.
on Palpatine, because Palpatine was so reminiscent in the image of
Palpatine
Darth-
played games with Anakin's mind.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I just like.
That's literally the only reason Darth Vader became Darth Vader. Is
Yeah.
because Palpatine played games with Anakin's mind.
which is what he
Palpatine
was
played
good
games
at.
with the entire Jedi Order.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He made them
exactly.
do fucking like damn near,
Exactly.
like, Holocaust
Do I
shit.
agree? Do I agree that Palpatine should have came back? No, I don't. But do I agree that it could have been a very good arc for whatever Rey
So-
and
Here's a hot take.
hold on, I am
Oh,
still
sorry.
talking.
I was thinking.
Rey
I was thinking out
and
loud.
Kylo Ren could take? Yes. Like I said, middle part. Don't even include the montage or whatever. But like the montage that Rey had with fucking Luke or whatever,
Right.
I fucking hated it. It was stupid. It was
Yeah.
dumb. It didn't fucking teach her anything. It just taught her to fucking hold a lightsaber. That's literally all it fucking taught her.
Right.
And not to mention that fucking what's his face? Finn? Not Finn. Was it Finn?
Finn's
Black
the
dude?
Finn's
Yeah.
the black stormtrooper.
Yeah, Finn.
Yeah, Finn. Finn could literally use the lightsaber and hold off Kylo Ren.
See, that's what I totally thought it was gonna go to, like, Finn being the lightsaber
Yeah,
user.
I thought Finn was going to be the next generation, but no, they screwed that up.
And I was totally hyped for that too.
Yeah.
But they could literally take it off of that and be like, "Hey, Rey, you kind of just sit there and I wouldn't say hibernate, but meditate or whatever."
Hey man, this table's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
Dude, don't do
And
that.
she develops her own style or whatever, and then Kylo Ren goes to his own base or whatever,
Yeah,
you know, Empire base or whatever, and develops his own style.
right.
Develop whatever you want. I mean, Kylo Ren kind of does his own things at the same time because
Mhm.
you know he has a whole fucking empire to be in control of.
Mhm.
Rey has, you know, stuff to be in control of. You know, the fucking one bartender lady that died or whatever, and
Did she die?
I think she died. Didn't
I don't
she
think
die?
so. No, because she handed her the lightsaber. It's kind of a secret thing, and then kind of Rey kind of ran off. So we don't know if she died.
Okay, well, she goes back there whenever it develops the fucking rebel.
Yeah.
The rebel fucking stronghold or whatever.
Right.
And then we have a fucking significant battle like we did in, you know, episode 6 or whatever, episode 5.
Yeah.
Any of the episodes or whatever. That's my personal take on it.
Right.
Now it's open to commentary, Sean.
Sorry, I have a bad habit of like thinking out loud.
That's my personal take on it. That's how I feel like I could think it was done better,
Yeah.
But one thing that you said,
and it could have continued on or whatever.
but one thing you were talking about made me think about another thing. Made me think about another thing is which I find interesting but also total bullshit is Princess Leia, like Luke's sister, right?
Yeah.
Spoilers, damn.
Well, I mean,
I'm kidding.
But
That was a joke.
There-
That was a joke.
so there was a scene where she has latent force ability. She has
she's
Okay.
force sensitive, but
Are you talking about the one
where she landed a blow on fucking Darth Vader. She landed a fucking blow on Darth Vader.
I don't remember that.
She-
I don't
I don't
remember
remember
that
that. I don't remember that part ever. I mean,
It
I
was
remember.
in the,
I remember
it was
the
in
one.
the books. It was in the books.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
So
I see. When you're talking about the film, the last thing that I remember Princess Leia doing is the one where she dies in the ship that's getting destroyed or whatever.
yeah, that's.
But no, there was a
that's-
scene where like they were fighting. Luke falls, loses his lightsaber. Fucking Leia picks it up and just starts dueling fucking Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Which
And
would,
go.
which would never happen.
That's what I'm saying. Is like she just starts dueling Darth Vader and actually lands a solid blow on him, which in itself, even upon Jedi Masters, is a fucking feat alone.
Yeah.
But this person that's never touched a lightsaber alone has just lands a blow on him. She was fighting for Luke to recover.
Mhm.
So she was basically like going with Darth Vader, waiting for Luke to basically get up and take the lightsaber back pretty much, but
Right.
she still landed a blow on Darth Vader
Right.
with the
Well-
strongest being that we know of,
Well, you could,
aside from Revan and Starkiller.
you could argue that yes, she landed a blow, but you could also argue that she was so untaught that he wasn't expecting the chaotic nature of how she handled a Jedi blade.
That's fair, but also at the same time, the fucking pedigree and prodigy of Darth Vader. That
I mean, yes, I agree. Like, why wouldn't Darth Vader just like back up and be like, done? You know what I mean? But
like, I'm just saying, like, Darth Vader is just so fucking strong compared to everybody else. The
Yeah.
fact that she landed a blow, as I find hard to
Yeah.
believe. And it is there, but I'm just like, come on, like, I know you want the heroic fight back and like everything like that. She did have latent force ability, which is another topic that I wanted to get on.
Yeah, she's always been force sensitive.
Is because she was force sensitive before Luke was.
Since she was born.
Yeah,
So
no,
they were
Luke's
both born.
Luke's force didn't show up until he was about 6 or 7 years old. Leia's Force ability showed up before she was even 1, because she saved her nanny from falling off a ledge by falling off a faulty rail by force throwing a ball at her. What if they had taught Leia instead of Luke? Would she have been stronger than Luke?
I think she would have been another Ahsoka.
Do you think she'd been stronger than Luke though? What if they both trained at the same time?
No, I don't think she'd be stronger than Luke.
But her Force abilities awakened before Luke's did.
I don't think she'd be stronger than Luke.
Why though?
So Luke was technically like already the prodigy he was supposed to be.
So was Leia, but she didn't have anybody to train her.
Well, Obi-Wan sought after to watching Luke grow up, not Leia.
Well, because Leia was off on her own. She had no jet.
She was on Naboo.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, what if she? I guess the way I could put it is like, what if Obi-Wan trained both? What if he trained Luke and Leia? Who would be stronger?
At that point, they were already amidst the middle of the Republican War.
I'm saying if when the time where he was training Luke, Leia was also there with him training as well. Do you think Leia would be stronger because her Force abilities became aware? Like she became aware of the Force way before Luke did.
Technically, Obi-Wan never actually taught Luke. I mean, he threw a fucking droid in front of him.
Yeah,
practice. But
you see what I'm saying though is
yeah.
like technically her abilities awakened at least a solid 6 years before Luke's did.
Right. To be honest, I don't think Leia would have been stronger.
Well, she sided with the more political thing.
Yeah, she was more.
But I'm just saying, if she and Luke tried to be a Jedi,
but
like
that's
his
because
father.
of how she was raised. Because she was raised by Princess Amidala's handmaiden.
And her uncle, I think.
I have no clue.
I don't remember.
I just know about the handmaiden that she.
I'm just saying,
or grew up with.
I'm just saying, her Force abilities showed prominence beforehand, before Luke's did. So would Leia have been a stronger Jedi?
She would have been a good Force user, but not a saber user. That's where the difference falls, in my opinion. Is like Luke is great with the fucking saber.
But that's also because Luke always wanted to be a Jedi.
No, he didn't.
As soon as he started finding out about this stuff, yeah.
No. He never wanted to be a Jedi. He just knew that it was his responsibility.
No, he wanted to be a Jedi.
He never wanted to be a Jedi.
Yeah, he did.
He never wanted to be a Jedi.
I swear on it.
He didn't know what a Jedi was until Obi-Wan came through.
Yeah, no. When
He's like-
Obi-Wan came through, he was like, I want to be a fucking Jedi.
Yeah, he's like, this is my dad's saber?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Is like, he wanted to become a Jedi as soon as he fucking found out that his dad was a Jedi and he wanted to do the same shit.
After he watched Obi-Wan do, these are not the droids you're looking
Yeah.
for.
But I'm saying it's like, Leia wanted to get into more political things.
You want to suck my cock? Come on. Fucking. Come on. One is. I'll take a twofer. It's not working. Oh shit, it's working.
What I'm saying is just like, her Force abilities awakened many years before Luke's
They
did.
might have awakened, but not all Force users are able to wield a saber.
That's fair. But
There's Yodel. You know who Yodel is?
not off the top of my head.
Yodel was she was older than Yoda, but also a part of Yoda's race.
Which that's another thing I feel like we need more information on. is
We'll
Yoda's
never.
race.
There's actually a Sith user of Yoda's race too.
I might delve into that later.
Yeah, no, definitely dive into that because he's very interesting. He actually uses 2 sabers, if I remember right. He uses 2 sabers, and he's a Sith Lord. Or no, he's probably not a Sith Lord. He's a Sith user, I should say.
It's very hard to be a Sith Lord
What?
because they're able to.
Why are you losing your shit?
You said you're, but you used to. Oh.
From the other fucking room.
You're okay. Yeah, I don't
heard
know.
it too.
Did it pick up?
Yeah.
Okay,
I heard it.
Yeah, my old lady is in the back room watching Spirited Away.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I know.
no. It's a Studio Ghibli film. I know that much.
A what film?
Ghibli film.
Ghibli?
Ghibli.
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 You said Stu Ghibli.
Giblet.
I said it wrong on purpose twice.
You're a whore. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're too drunk to carry a conversation, so
Hey, I thought
can
it
carry
was pretty
conversation.
good.
we're already at an hour and 30. Let's
So-
see how long we can keep, like,
Oh, if we're at 30, I'm counting out.
yeah.
Because you guys are getting into topics that I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna
I
end
mean,
it.
I think it's a good time to cut off.
Yeah. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. This is Dragon Punch Studios podcast portion of
You
the.
gotta say goodbye,
channel.
dummy.
Yeah. Say goodbye. Give everybody a kiss.
Bye.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah. Thank you for watching.
Love you.
Please give us some kind of feedback. Thank you,
If you
ladies and
don't,
gentlemen.
I will swallow his mic. Ah.
Goodbye.